Hello, very good afternoon. I hope you all can hear me. You can raise your hand if you can hear. And I hope the board is audible also. Okay. So in the previous class, we discussed how to convert a decimal number to its binary equivalent. And in today's class, we will discuss how we can convert the decimal number to its hexadecimal equivalent. Okay. So today's topic is how we can convert decimal number to hexadecimal. Now, what is the procedure? The procedure is very simple. So whenever you have taken the decimal number and you are converting that decimal number into any number system, you have to find out how many numbers are there in that number system, and you have to divide that number by the base of that number system. Okay, I will take an example. The first example is this. That is, I have taken 5,000 and this is decimal number, and you have to convert this decimal number to hexadecimal. Now, what is the procedure? The procedure is I have to take this decimal number, and this decimal number should be divided by the base of the number system which we are converting. So the base of that number is 16. So I will take this 16 and I have to divide this 5,000 by 16. So it's a basic division. Just I will take, since it is a first example, I will go for a basic division method. So 16. Okay. Now what is the answer? What is the remainder you will get? So what is the remainder you will get? And what is the quotient you will get? So just find out. You can do it by yourself and find out the remainder and find out the quotient. Now, what is the quotient you will get? The quotient you will get as 312. Since I have solved this, I am writing it directly. So you will get quotient as 312 and remainder as 8, like this. And this 312 is greater than 16. And I can divide this 312 by 16 once again. So once you divide this by 16, so you will get the quotient as 19 and remainder as 8. And this 19 is greater than 16. So I can divide this by 16. So you have 16 ones are 16, okay? 16 ones are 16. And what is the remainder? So remainder is 3. Okay, it is like this. So now I got for the decimal number 5,000. So what is the hexadecimal equivalent? The hexadecimal equivalent is I have to move from bottom to top like this. So once you do like this, so you have 1, 3, 8 and 8. So therefore, the decimal, for the decimal number 5,000, the hexadecimal equivalent is 1, 3, 8 and 8. Okay. So 1, 3, 8 and 8. And I have to represent it as hexadecimal. Okay. This is the answer. And this is how we are converting a decimal number system to hexadecimal number system. So I will take another example. So I hope this example is cleared for for you all. So I will take the another example. The another example is this. So this is 2047. So this is 2047. And this number is a decimal number. And you have to convert this into hexadecimal number. The procedure is very simple. Okay, you have to divide this number by 16. So I will take this number 2047 and I have to divide this by 16. So the basic division, so 2047 divided. So it is like, this is 20, that is 16 ones are 16. You can subtract this. The subtract this means you will get 4 and you will get 0. Then I will take this 4 here. So 16 twos are 32 and 16 threes are 48. So I cannot use 3. I have to use 16 twos are 32. So this is 16 twos are 32 I have to use. Then subtract it. So you have 2 and 1. Then I will take 7. So 16 sevens are. What you will get? Just find out. 112 I will get. Okay. Then subtract it. So then you will get 7 minus 2 is 5. And you will get 2 minus 1 is 1. And you will get 0. So here, so the quotient I got it as 127. And remainder I got it as 15. But in hexadecimal number conversion system, I should not write 15 as it is, but 15 is represented as F in hexadecimal number system. That's why this 15 is represented as F. Then this 127 is greater than 16. So I have to divide this by 16 once again. Now, what is the answer? What is the quotient and what is the remainder? Okay, so you can do it by yourself since I have solved it. So you will get, okay, it doesn't matter. We will do it. Some people might find it difficulty to do this. So I have to divide this 127 by 16. So it is divisible by 16 sevens are 112. So this is 16 sevens are 112. So you have 5, 1 and 0. Okay. So if I divide this 127 by 16, so I got quotient as 7. So I will write this quotient here. I got quotient as 7. And remainder is 15. So, but I cannot represent 15 as it is. That 15 should be represented as F in hexadecimal conversion. Now this 7 is lesser than 16. This is not divisible. So I will stop the process here itself. Now I have to consider these numbers from bottom to the top. So you can say that for the decimal number 2047, corresponding hexadecimal number is 7FF. It is 7FF. Okay. So like this. And the question is, if there is a number after the decimal point, if there is a number after the decimal point, what you have to do? It is just like, for example, I will take the number 20. Okay, this is, I hope this is clear. So for example, you have a number like this, that is 2047.52. Okay. So you have a number like this, and this is a decimal number, and you have to convert this into hexadecimal. Okay. So we have already known the hexadecimal equivalent of 2047. but I need to find out the hexadecimal equivalent for 0.52. So what is the procedure? The procedure is, after the decimal point, you have to multiply by the base. Okay, so I will take that 0.52 here. So I will take this 0.52 and this should be multiplied by the base. So what is the base here? The base is 16. Okay, so now what is the product? The product is, you have 16 2s are 32, 16 5s are 80. Okay, so 80 means you will get 83. Okay, so you have two numbers after this decimal, so this is 8.32. So I will take this 8 and place somewhere else. So then you have 0.32 and this should be multiplied by 16. So you will get 16 2s are 32, 16 3s are 48. So 48 plus 3, 51. Okay, now this is like this. So I can represent 5 here like this. Then if I multiply further, that is 0.12. Since I have taken this 5 out, we have 0 there. So this is 0.12 into 16. So you have 16 2s are 32. Then 16 1s are 16. 16 plus 3 is 19. 19 like this. And you can stop at third iteration. Okay. So 1 like this. So now for this decimal number 2047.52, what is the hexadecimal equivalent? The hexadecimal equivalent is, for 2047, hexadecimal equivalent is 7FF. It's 7FF. And for .52, for 0.52, what is the hexadecimal equivalent? The hexadecimal equivalent for that is 851. It's 851. And this is in hexadecimal. This is in hexadecimal. I hope this example is cleared for you all. And I will take the next type of conversion. So next type of conversion is this. That is how we can convert the decimal number to its octal equivalent. I hope the first thing is clear. So any doubt, you can put in the comment section, or you can call me later also. Okay. So now we'll take this conversion, that is decimal number, to its octal number system. Okay. Now what is the procedure? So I have taken this decimal number. So let us assume that this is a decimal number. And to convert this into octal number system is a base 8 number system. And this decimal number is a base 10 number system. So what is the procedure? If there is a number before decimal point, okay, if there is a number before decimal point, and if there is a number after the decimal point, what is the procedure to perform the conversion? So if there is a number before this decimal point, you have to divide this number. Let me assume that here we have a number x. So here we have a number x, and here we have a number y, that is x dot y, and this is a decimal number. And what is the procedure? Procedure is, you have to, since this x is present before this decimal point, I have to divide this x. By the base. Now what is the base? So here we are converting decimal to octal. So what is the base of the octal? The octal base is 8. So this x should be divided by 8. Then dot. So here we have y. After the decimal point, we have some number y. Now what you have to do? So you have to multiply this y by base of the number system. Now what is the base of the number system? The base of the number system is 8. So here I have to multiply it by 8. So this is a brief procedure of conversion from decimal number system to octal number system. So now I will take an example. Now the example is, I will take 4,500. Okay. So this is a decimal number. 4,500 is a decimal number, and you have to convert this decimal number to its octal equivalent. How do you represent octal? By 8. So like this. And now, so what is the procedure? According to this procedure, I have to take this number 4,500 and I have to divide this number by 8. Okay. Now once you start dividing, what is the remainder you will get and what is the quotient you will get? So since this is the first example, I will take a simple division method procedure. So you have 4,500 and divide this by 8. Okay. So once you start dividing it by 8, so you will get 8 5s are 40. Okay. So you will get 8 5s are 40. Then subtract this and you will get the answer. Difference as 5 and this is equal to 0. And I will take this 0 here. So then you will get 8 5s are 40, 8 6s are 48. So you will get 8 6s are 48. Then subtract it. So you will get difference as 2 and this is equal to 0. And since one more 0 is here, take this 0 and put it here, and still this 20 is greater than 8. So you can divide this by 8. So 8 2s are 16. So this is 8 2s are 16. And you will get the difference as 4. Okay. Now I will write this quotient here. The quotient is 562. The quotient is 562. It's 562. And what is the remainder? The remainder is 4. Like this. And I can divide this further also. So once I start dividing it, so by 8 once again, this 562 by 8 once again. Okay, it is just like, so 562 divided by 8, that is 562, so divided by 8, so you will get 8 7s are 56. Okay, so you have 8 7s are 56, so the difference is 0, and I will put 2 here, and since 2 is very much lesser than 8, I will put 0 here. So now you got 70 as quotient and remainder is 2, and still I can divide this 70 by 8 further. So you will have 8 5s are 40, 8 6 are 48, 8 7s are 56, 8 8s are 64. So you will get 8 8s are 64, and what is the remainder? 64 means you have 6. You have 6, and still 8 is divisible. So you have 8 1s are 8, and you will get remainder as 0. So now you have, for the decimal number 4,500, what is the octal equivalent? The octal equivalent is 10624. So you have 10624. This is 10624, like this. Okay. So now, okay, I hope everyone understood this technique. Okay. And if there is a decimal point, what you are supposed to do? Okay, this is one example. So I will take the next example also. And the next example is this. The next example is I will take a decimal number. So decimal number is 0.53, 0.53125. So 0.53125, and this is a decimal number, and convert this into octal number system. So what is the procedure? The procedure is, if there is a number after the decimal point, you have to multiply that number by corresponding base. Now the corresponding base is 8 here. So I will take this number, that is 0.53125, and multiply this by 8. So what is the product? The product you will get as 8 5s are 40. You will get 8 5s are 40. Then you will get 8 2s are 16. 16 plus 4, 20. And you will get 8 1s are 8, 9, 10. So you have 8 3s are 24, this one 25. So you have 8 5s are 40, so 42. So you got 42 point. Okay, you got like this, 1 2 3 4 5 is there, 1 2 3 4 5. So you got the product as 4.25. So I will take this 4 and write down here. Okay, now I have 0.25, like this you have, and this can be multiplied by 8 once again. Okay, so then what you will get? So you will get, so this 0 is also there. I will consider that 0 also, no issues at all. Okay, so you have seen, otherwise I need to add 0 later. Okay, you have this 0.25000, and this has to be multiplied by 8. So you have 0 0 0, then you have 8 5s are 40, then 8 2s are 16, 16 plus 4, 20. Then you have 2.00000. So I will take this 2. I will take this 2 and write down here. Okay. Then once I take this 2, you have 0.0. So the product is equal to 0. So we can stop the process at this point or at some third iterations. That's enough. So now for the decimal number 0.53125, what is the octal equivalent? The octal equivalent is 4 and 2. So this is 0.42. Okay, so that is the procedure. Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay, now we understood how we can convert our decimal number to binary, and also we understood how we can convert decimal number to hexadecimal, and also we understood how we can convert this number to octal number system. Okay, so any doubts you have, you can comment in the comment section. Okay, so now we'll take the next topic. The next topic is, so we will take a binary number. So we will take a binary number and we'll understand how we can convert this binary number to decimal number. and how we can convert this binary number to hexadecimal. So then we'll discuss how we can convert this binary number to octal number. Okay, these topics we will discuss now. Okay, I will take the first example. That is how we can convert the binary number to decimal number. That is the first topic. Okay, if anyone, if the meeting ended suddenly, so I request everyone to log in once again. Okay, because of some network issues, you know, sometimes meeting will end without our notice. Okay, that's why I request everyone to log in once again with the same link. Okay, so we'll take the first one. That is how we can convert the binary number to decimal number. Okay. Now the procedure is we have to multiply the base by its place values. Okay. So let me take an example. Then it is clear. Okay. So I will end this meeting because the meeting will end automatically by 1 minute. So I will end this meeting. Please log in once again.